You've probably been there before, staring at your phone, overanalyzing her texts, wondering if she's serious about you or if you're just wasting your time. Most men keep themselves stuck in this endless guessing game, mistaking mixed signals for real interest. And the cost? Months, even years, lost chasing women who never saw them as anything more than entertainment. But here's the thing. When a woman truly wants a serious relationship, she won't make you guess. She'll show you through her actions, consistently and unmistakably. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 clear things she will always do when she's serious, so you can stop wasting time on the wrong women and finally recognize the one who's ready for something real. Before we dive deeper, I want you to do something simple. Tap subscribe right now so you can keep sharpening your mindset every week. And while you're at it, drop a quick yes or no in the comments. Have you ever felt stuck trying to decode a woman's signals? Go ahead, type it in, because in just a second, I'm going to break down the very first thing a woman does when she's truly serious. And it will change the way you see her behavior forever. Number 1, she invests consistently. This is the most underrated yet the clearest signal that a woman is serious about you. Consistency is not glamorous. It doesn't make your heart race the way a hot and cold woman does, but it is the ultimate sign of commitment. When a woman truly wants something long-term, her energy doesn't come in bursts of fireworks that fade into silence. Her effort feels steady, reliable, and grounded. Think about it. Any woman can send a sweet text on a Friday night, keep you entertained over the weekend, and then vanish into radio silence for the next 7 days. That isn't interest. That's entertainment. But the woman who is serious, she shows up. Regularly. Predictably. She doesn't leave you wondering where you stand because her actions keep proving the same point again and again. You matter to her. You'll notice it in the little things. She doesn't just reply when you text, she engages. She remembers the things you told her, and she follows up. If you mentioned a big meeting, she asks how it went. If you said you weren't feeling well last week, she checks in to see if you're better. That's not small talk. That's investment. Too many men miss this because they're addicted to chaos. They mistake inconsistency for passion. They think the roller coaster means love, when in reality, it means confusion. Real consistency feels almost boring at first, until you realize that it's the foundation of every lasting relationship. Pay attention to her time too. A woman who is serious doesn't just see you when it's convenient. She makes space for you even when her schedule is full. And here's the key. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to chase her down for attention. She offers it naturally because she's not here to consume. She's here to build. Don't confuse consistency with desperation. They are not the same. Desperation drains you, demands constant validation, and feels heavy. Consistency, on the other hand, matches your energy, balances effort, and creates growth over time. One suffocates you, the other strengthens you. So ask yourself this. Is she steady, reliable, and present? Or are you constantly second-guessing, waiting for her to come back around? Because the truth is simple. A woman who wants something real won't make you question it. Her consistency answers the question before you even ask. Number 2, she includes you in her future plans. This one separates casual flings from serious partners faster than anything else. A woman who is only passing time with you will keep her vision of the future completely separate. She'll talk about her job, her travels, her goals, but you'll notice it's always I, never we. You're a character in her present, not in her story ahead. But when a woman is serious, the language shifts. Subtly at first. She'll start planting seeds of tomorrow. Instead of just talking about grabbing dinner next weekend, she might mention a concert happening in 3 months, or a trip she wants to take next summer, with you included. She'll say, We should go there, or we'd love that place. That we isn't an accident. It's projection. It's her testing how you fit into the bigger picture she's imagining. And don't underestimate this. Women don't casually weave men into their long-term vision. If she's serious about you, she will naturally begin seeing you in her life months, even years down the line. The question is, are you paying attention? Or are you so focused on whether she texted you back last night that you're blind to the bigger signs? Some women talk big, but never follow through. They'll make vague statements like, "We should go there someday," but when it's time to plan, they vanish. That's why you can't take words at face value. You need to look at the consistency between what she says and what she does. Does she actually book those plans? Does she carve out the time? Does she make the effort to build shared experiences with you? Or does she just throw words into the air and disappear? A serious woman will not keep her future blank when it comes to you. She will fill it in with real plans, real effort, and a real vision that includes you standing beside her. And here's why it matters. If she's never including you in the future, it's because she doesn't see you there. As brutal as that sounds, it's the truth. So next time she's talking about where she wants to live, the career moves she's making, or the trips she wants to take, listen carefully. Does she say I or we? Does she invite you into that picture, or does she leave you standing outside of it? Because when a woman is serious, she doesn't just dream about herself. She dreams about both of you. Number 3, she opens up emotionally. This is where the line between casual interest and real commitment becomes crystal clear. A woman who only sees you as temporary will keep everything on the surface. She'll talk about her day, maybe laugh about her boss, maybe share a funny story from her friends. But the moment things get deeper, her fears, her struggles, her past, she closes the door. Why? Because emotional investment is risky, and women don't risk with men they don't see as long-term. But when she is serious, that changes. Slowly, piece by piece, she lets you into her inner world. She tells you about her childhood struggles, the insecurities she hides from others, the pressure she feels at work, or the dreams she's scared to admit out loud. These aren't casual confessions. They are tests. She's measuring if you can handle her truth without judgment, without dismissing her, without trying to fix her like she's a problem to solve. This is where most men fail. Instead of listening, they rush in with solutions. They try to play hero, to patch things up, to make the discomfort go away. Wrong move. She doesn't need a mechanic for her feelings. She needs a partner who can hold space for them, a man who can sit in the discomfort with her and make her feel safe being vulnerable. Notice how this shift happens in small moments. Maybe she had a rough day, and instead of brushing it off with "I'm fine," she lets you see her frustration. Maybe she allows you to see her cry, not because she's weak, but because she trusts you. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's proof of investment. It's her saying, "I've chosen you. Now can you handle the real me?" A casual fling avoids heavy conversations because it's not worth the effort. A serious woman brings them up because she knows ignoring problems only plants resentment. She'd rather face conflict with you than walk away from it. That honesty may feel uncomfortable, but it's a sign she's thinking long-term. So pay attention. If she shares her secrets, her struggles, her dreams, it's because she's imagining a future where you're part of her story, not just a side character in her current chapter. If she never lets you in beyond small talk, it's because she doesn't see you as someone worth that risk. The truth is simple. When a woman opens up emotionally, she's not auditioning anymore. She's already chosen you. Number 4, she prioritizes you. One of the clearest signs that a woman is serious is the shift from being an option to being a priority. And let's be honest, Most men spend years stuck in the option zone without even realizing it. They accept crumbs of attention, late-night replies, and last-minute plans, convincing themselves it's better than nothing. If she's treating you like a backup, you are not her choice. You're just her distraction. A woman who is serious doesn't let you dangle on the sidelines. She brings you into the center of her life. Watch her schedule closely. If she's just passing time, she'll only meet you when it's convenient for her, when nothing else is going on. But if she's serious, she will make space for you, even when she's busy, especially when she's busy. Because prioritization isn't about free time, it's about making time. This shows up in ways most men overlook. When you're sick, does she check in or show up with something to help? When you're stressed, does she listen and support instead of brushing you off? When you have something important, a work presentation, a family event, a personal milestone, does she remember, encourage, or even stand by your side? That's prioritization. That's investment. Too many men excuse women who constantly tell them, "I'm just so busy right now." They convince themselves she'll come around when things calm down. She won't, because a woman who values you long-term will never leave you hanging for weeks or months, no matter how packed her calendar is. She'll carve out time, because that's what people do when they value someone. Don't confuse prioritization with obsession. She doesn't have to drop her entire life for you. That's unhealthy. But she does balance her own responsibilities while still making you feel seen and valued. You don't get the scraps of her time, you get a deliberate piece of it. That's the difference between being someone's option and being someone's chosen partner. So ask yourself this: do you feel like an afterthought, or do you feel like a priority? Because when a woman truly wants a serious relationship, you'll never have to fight for a spot in her life. She will make it clear where you stand, not with promises, but with action. And that's when you know you're not just passing time together. You're building something real. Number 5. She introduces you to her inner circle. When a woman is truly serious about you, she won't keep you hidden. She won't treat you like a secret she has to protect from the people closest to her. Instead, she begins weaving you into the most important parts of her life. Her family, her closest friends, her trusted circle. And make no mistake, this is not a casual move. Women do not casually bring men into their world unless they see real long-term potential. Think about it. If you've ever been the just-for-now guy, you know the difference. You never met her friends. You were never invited to family gatherings. If you ran into someone she knew, she downplayed who you were. That isn't commitment. That's compartmentalization. It's her keeping you in a box labeled temporary. But when she is serious, she does the opposite. She wants her world and your world to merge. She'll suggest you come along to a dinner with her friends, or she'll invite you to a family event. And it's not just about showing you off. It's about testing how you fit into her life. Because women know that long-term relationships don't exist in isolation. They're not just choosing a partner for themselves. They're choosing someone who will eventually intersect with everyone they value. Pay close attention here. If her friends already know about your job, your hobbies, even the little quirks she laughs about, that means she's been talking about you when you're not around. That's pride. That's her saying, "This man matters, and I want people to know it." Women don't do that for a man they see as temporary. If months go by and you're still a secret, that's a red flag. A serious woman doesn't hide her partner. She aligns her life with his, and part of that alignment is bringing him into her circle. If she's serious, she will want the people she loves to see who she's building with. If she's not, she will keep you compartmentalized, out of sight and out of mind when it comes to her real life. So ask yourself, are you being welcomed into her world, or are you being walled off from it? Because when a woman is serious, she doesn't leave you guessing. She makes it clear that you're not just part of her present, you're being invited into her future. Number 6. She supports your growth. A woman who wants a serious relationship isn't just looking for comfort or companionship. She's looking for partnership. And real partnership means growth. If she's serious about you, she doesn't just enjoy your company in the moment, she invests in the man you are becoming. Watch how she responds to your goals. If she's casual, she'll nod, maybe give you a half-hearted, "That's nice," and then steer the conversation back to herself. But if she's serious, she leans in, she asks questions, she pushes you when you doubt yourself, she celebrates your wins, even the small ones, and reminds you of your potential when you forget it. That's not just interest, that's investment. And it doesn't stop with words. Support shows up in practical ways. If you're working late to finish a project, she understands instead of guilt-tripping you. If you're building discipline, whether it's in fitness, business, or personal habits, she respects those boundaries instead of sabotaging them. Sometimes she'll even challenge you. She'll call you out when you're slacking, not to tear you down, but because she believes you can do better. That sting you feel, that's accountability from someone who actually cares about your future. Women who aren't serious will often do the opposite. They'll distract you, pull you away from your mission, or stir up drama whenever you're focused on your goals. Why? Because they don't see themselves building with you. They just want your attention. And the moment your focus shifts to something greater than them, they panic. A serious woman doesn't compete with your mission. She aligns with it. She knows that if you grow, the relationship grows. If you win, you both win. And that's the difference between someone who's playing games and someone who's playing for keeps. So take a hard look at your situation. Does she encourage you, push you, and believe in your vision? Or does she constantly pull you into cycles of distraction and stagnation? Because the truth is simple. A woman who wants a serious relationship will never hold you back. She'll make sure you keep moving forward, even when it's hard. That's how you know she's not just here for a chapter. She's here to build a lifetime. Number 7. She shows loyalty through actions, not words. At the end of the day, loyalty is the strongest proof that a woman is serious about you. And I'm not just talking about whether she cheats or not. Real loyalty runs deeper than physical exclusivity. It's about where her focus, her energy, and her commitment truly lie. Here's what men need to understand. A woman who is serious doesn't just say she's loyal. She proves it. And she proves it in ways you can see, over and over again. You won't have to constantly question where you stand, because her behavior will leave no room for doubt. Think about the difference. A woman who's only casually interested keeps her options open. She might still flirt with other men, keep old flames hovering in her messages, or behave in ways that make you question her intentions. That's not loyalty. That's hedging her bets. But when she's serious, she closes those doors on her own. She doesn't need backup plans. She invests fully in you, not because you demanded it, but because she decided you are worth her commitment. Loyalty also reveals itself when you're not around. If her friends criticize you, does she defend you? If someone disrespects you, does she make it clear where she stands? That's loyalty. She has your back, even when you're not in the room to see it. And that kind of loyalty cannot be faked. It's either there or it isn't. It shows up during conflict too. Every couple argues, but pay attention to how she handles it. A loyal woman doesn't use fights as an excuse to threaten the relationship or punish you with games. She doesn't dangle ultimatums or flirt with others just to get back at you. Instead, she fights to fix things, not to replace you. Because in her mind, the bond you share is worth protecting. The brutal reality is this: words are easy. Anyone can say, "I'm loyal," or "I'd never do that." But actions are evidence. Patterns are proof. So stop listening only to what she says, and start watching what she consistently does. If her behavior shows loyalty, you don't need to ask. If it doesn't, then her words don't matter. So remember this. When a woman is serious, loyalty isn't optional. It's non-negotiable. And she'll make sure you feel that security, not through promises, but through proof. When a woman truly wants a serious relationship, she won't leave you confused. She won't leave you guessing. She will show it through consistency, through including you in her future plans, through emotional openness, through making you a priority, through introducing you to her inner circle, through supporting your growth, and through proving loyalty with her actions. These aren't random gestures. They are clear investments. Each one is her way of saying, I'm not just here for today, I see tomorrow with you. And that is the difference between someone who values you and someone who is just passing time. The brutal mistake most men make is chasing women who give them nothing but mixed signals. They confuse inconsistency with passion. They rationalize excuses. They waste years holding on to uncertainty because they're afraid to face the truth. If she wanted you for real, she wouldn't make you wonder. So here's the bottom line. Stop settling for the women who keep you in the dark. Stop clinging to hope that one day her behavior will magically change. Start paying attention to the patterns. Because when a woman is serious, her actions will tell you everything you need to know. And when she's not, the silence, the distance, and the avoidance will scream even louder. Men who thrive in relationships are not the ones who chase hardest. They're the ones who recognize reality and choose wisely. Be that man. Respect yourself enough to walk away from confusion and strong enough to only invest in the woman who invests in you. If this message hit you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe right now so you don't miss the next video that will sharpen your mindset and protect your emotions. Hit like, share this with a man who needs the wake-up call, and drop a comment about the mixed signals you've experienced. Because when men share their stories, other men wake up too. You deserve real love, not illusions. And the faster you recognize the truth, the faster you'll find the woman who proves it every single day.